Everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to be using some dies that I got from Tailored Expression. But before we get into all the pieces and stuff and the elements, this is the dies, all the pictures. So each of the dark greens, there is a die for. I bought a package of the kind of like pre-packaged calendars where you can tear them off. So this is going to be a calendar project. So I have two pieces of my my thicker cardstock. Oh, I wanted to share this with you guys. My bestie actually gave this to me. It was gifted to me over the holidays, and I love it. We got it. I think she got it from IKEA. They were on sale. They were like I think getting rid of them. So I don't know exactly what all I'm going to put into it yet, but it's freaking cute and I love it. So I'm going to put some stuff over there to the side, and we're going to start cutting out our pieces for the calendar. Now, in order to create this, and you're going to see me fussing with my Cuttlebug here, I can't get it to suction today. So eventually I'm going to give up and just keep on going. So I'm over it. So I'm going to grab my plates. Yeah, I think it wound up just being a little dusty on the bottom. So it's okay. Take two. So I'm going to go ahead and get this down. And we're going to go ahead and just continue on here because I'm over it. So I got two pieces of paper because with this die, you're going to have to cut it twice, okay? Because you need one for the front and the back flap, okay? So we're going to go ahead and push this through. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm slightly getting over my Cuttlebug, and as soon as I can get my room organized and set up, I'm definitely going to be getting my Gemini set up, because I think it's going to be just way easier to get this stuff put through the Gemini. Sometimes I just feel like I'm fighting with some of these dies with my Cuttlebug, and it's driving me bazonkers. All right, so once we cut that, that's the shape. We're going to cut one more. So that way we can make it's basically like making a tent, if that makes sense. So the bottom piece, there's little scored lines, so that way you can score them and attach them at the top and the bottom. You'll be able to do that. So once we run that through, we're going to set the Cuttlebug to the side. And there's our two pieces. I got my bone folder, and it's kind of hard to see it, but like I said, it is got a crease there when you die cut your images. So I'm just going to fold it over. And then same thing on the bottom, two flaps. Now, I will say there's two different ways you can kind of connect this, and I did mine initially doing it almost like a triangle tent. But I do think that the version that I'm going to show you with this one is probably the better way to do it. So you can, I'm going to zoom in here. You can either put them on top of each other like that, so it's more of a square at the top, making it, I guess, more eco sound. I don't know. But if you do it to where it's a point, it'll still stand. But I think that the keeping it more as a level, I guess a level square, is a better way to go. All right. So we're just going to attach some score tape. And you probably don't need this much, but I like to make sure my stuff is secure because, like I've said in the past, I hate when I go to attach stuff and I'm thinking I have enough tape, and then next thing you know, it's falling apart, or you go by, you see somebody's project and it's all torn apart. I do not like that. I don't like that. All right, so after I get the score tape off, I'm going to go ahead and hit that with some of the art glitter glue. And I have tape on the top and tape underneath because I want the taped edges to come together, okay? And by using the wet glue with it, it gives me time to attach and get them secured. And sorry about my thumb, I broke my nail. I actually had my own nails and I broke it so bad, it's down to the nib, but we're just gonna keep on working. So once we get that piece, it's like it's standing on its own, right? Yes. But now we're going to attach the feet to each other. And it's the same concept with this one. I do on one side on top, the other side on the bottom. And you'll see what I mean by that. You see I was checking it there. Okay, if I put that one, okay, this is where I want this tape. So that way they'll cover like that. And the key is, excuse me, you don't want to make it completely even. You could do it that way, but it'll be easier for it to tip over. You want this to stand or sit on the desktop very easily. And so as long as you move this and attach it to where your tint is like a perfect shape. It's hard to explain in words, but you can see here. And then I just press and hold it, and then boom, there's our little tint. And you can use this for so many different applications. Like if you wanted to have centerpieces at a party, like make a little menu sign, it would work for that. You could do it as a, they have it set up for the calendar. But what if you wanted to make up a bunch of sentiments or phrases for motivation, you know what I mean, to give you inspiration. You could create basically a display for that, you know what I mean, where every day you would have a different emotional, inspirational quote. You could do one for each of the months. So like, yeah, there's a lot you can do with this. So of course I gotta get my tape set up. It always happens that way, right? So for my group that gets together monthly, I like to create at the beginning of the year basically different things to where we have at a glance our schedule, where we're getting together, what's the plan, all that kind of stuff. And so that's what I'm attaching to the back here, where we know if we're off, if we're getting together or not, and that type of thing. And then if there's going to be a class, like we would have that on there as well. Now, I decided I wanted to cut out some pretty paper for the very front, okay? This is what I'm going to suggest that you do, and it works perfectly. Like, I can't explain to you. I felt like I was like ingenious, okay? Yeah, you could cut out the paper with the same die. You could totally do that. I just don't have the desire to pull that back out again. So what I did was I measured and got the height and the width. And then I could have left it solid like this, but I was like, you know what? If I cut here and here, and then take that flap and fold it up, you don't even see that had once been like a full sheet. I think it's ingenious. I love it. And then these are the other dies that come in the package. And I'd wanted to use those two pieces, and then I'm going to attach the calendar underneath. So what I did is I took some glitter paper and I cut my scallop, And then I created on the computer just a little square that says the name of our group, which we call ourselves Pretty Crafty. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach the calendar pack, and then I'm going to attach the name of our group to the scallop piece that I pre-cut before starting the video. And I just cut this on regular printer paper. I didn't do anything extravagant because I don't have a stamp with our name on it, even though that would be a really cool idea to do. That might be a good gift. Get us pre-made stamps with Pretty Crafty on it. Okay, so anyway, my brain just went poop poop. So we're just going to press that down, and with it being glitter paper, I definitely wanted to make sure I put wet glue on there because that texture, you want the wet glue to really help adhere. And then we're going to hit this one up and get this attached, and really after this, the project is pretty much done. I mean, there's different things you could do if you wanted to take it up another notch, if you wanted to put a strip of the paper up at the top there so you don't see the white. For me, it didn't matter. I was okay because the front and where the calendar is, that's the part that's I'm most excited about. And you can see there, I did the triangle, more of a triangle tint, and it works. I mean, it sits up on the desk. And what I did is for every person, I cut a piece of glitter paper in their favorite colors. So that way it's more personable. I just think that's a really neat idea. Isn't it cute? Okay. So I will definitely try and think of more projects, more things we can do with this, and share them throughout the year. Hopefully I'll be able to get to them. Please leave comments down below. And if you like, you can hit the like and subscribe button and check out these videos we have here for more inspiration. Thanks, you guys, and I hope you have a great day.